What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, back at it again on this lovely Thursday. Thank you guys for coming. A lot of you guys were with me like an hour ago. I went live at 10 a.m. with the Moon Carl. That was so awesome. So if you guys didn't see that, I highly suggest you go check that out. Again, I was live about an hour ago, but it is nice to see a lot of you guys again and some new people that weren't here earlier in the day. What's up? Nice to see you guys. Welcome to the show. I want to shout out our amazing, lovely sponsor, Cipher. I feel like the hat looks good with this dress. Ooh, I feel like I look spiffy right now. Guys, check out Cipher. Use code missteencrypto or code Zesty for 20% off at checkout. The link is in the live chat and in the description. Again, let me know if you guys are enjoying Cipher. Like I've been seeing a lot of you guys been picking it up, giving me some good feedback. So let me know your thoughts in the live chat. We always have a goal, my friends, of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. So if you guys could be so kind as to smash these likes, share the stream out with friends, subscribe, and comment in the live chat. The more we interact with the stream, the more YouTube is nice to us and shares it out with others. And we're already a quarter of our way to our goal. So that's great. Again, welcome to the show, friends. I want to say hi to everybody. We got Rusty Bot in the chat. Oh, Dragon over on TikTok. What's up, fam? Nice to see you. We got SpongeBob in the chat as well. We got Jim, Sailing to Crypto. All right. We got Randy, Board Type Crow. He said, let's crow. Shout out to the Fox celebrity. Yes, I was on Fox on Monday. That was so fun. I cannot believe it's Thursday already. This week absolutely flew by. Dragon, thank you for sharing the live on TikTok. I really appreciate that. We also have Don Ward in the chat with some hearts. Hearts to you, Don Ward. Welcome to the show. We got Bulldog. We have Kenny O. Yes, you are here on time. It's nice to see you're here on time. I think, is John Jermaine here yet? I know he's been sending me like all these in and out pictures. We got Geronimo. You need a chalky croissant. I want a chalky croissant. I didn't get a chalky croissant today. Oh, Brent, thank you for giving me a rose and starting this off with a bang. I appreciate it. We got John Legend. I think I said hi to you already. Geronimo, Broke Oshi. What's up? What's up, Broke Oshi? Nice to see you. Crypto Music. Mark Lane, GM to you, my friend. Frosted Flake. I need some glasses. I do have some glasses. Hold on. I have to. Let me just wipe them off really quick. Oh yeah, John Jermaine is here. Okay, so John Jermaine, what's up, fam? Alexandra G, thank you for coming. Matthew, nice to see you as well. All right, I got the shades. Here you go. These are the Zesty shades. These have been around for quite a long time. Oh, Coinshine, thank you so much for the bunny. I love bunnies. It's around Easter time, my friends. Tomorrow is Good Friday if you guys celebrate. So happy Good Friday and happy Thursday leading up to the Good Friday. So shouts to Easter, all you Easter friends. We also got, who else in the chat? Digo, Jim Anderson. Wow, Jim Anderson, another Jim in the chat. So we have Jim Anderson. Wow, we have a lot of Jims. We got Christopher in the chat. Nice to see you. We have Meninja. Thanks for coming. Colin McKenzie, Rudd Putz. We got Spencer in the chat saying hello. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate everyone. What's up? Wow, we got a whole gang out here. Thank you guys for coming over on TikTok. Thank you guys on YouTube for coming. I appreciate every single one of you that attend these shows and give me some love. We have Tyron. Hello, nice to see you. And we got Felicidad. Nice to see you. You're Harvin. Hi, Harvin. Nice to meet you, Harvin. Bitcoin AGU 3000 BTCU. Hello, thanks for the live stream. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. We have Hutch. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Well, friends, you know what to do. Make sure to smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends. We got 40 live viewers. We got 29 likes. Our goal is 100 likes and 100 live viewers. And I know because all of you people are zesty out here that we could get this done. We also have Rabid Mining in the chat. Dynastic Wolf. Yo, Kyle Rosa. Whoa, we got some people popping in. Meninjas here. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. I'm so happy right now. We have so many people flowing into the stream. I won't waste any of your time. We're going to get into the market recap. I am excited, fam. I don't know why I'm excited. I can't tell you. I'm just always excited because I love this space. I do. I'm passionate. And I will never not be passionate about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Let's hop into it. We got $28,112 Bitcoin today, down 0.2%. Still sideways trading. We got red money flow on Cipher daily. Even the 4-hour we're seeing a touch of green in the money flow, which gives me some hope. What about the hourly? We could look at the hourly. We see a little bit back and forth, red and green money flow. This does give me hope. If we could see some lower time frames building up this momentum in terms of money flow, hopefully we could get the same on the daily. And then once, the stuff on the daily happens, that's when you kind of get some more confirmations. Even if you take a look at the weekly Bitcoin chart, in terms of market Cipher, we're still not seeing like a great amount of money flow coming in. We're still deeply in the red there. So let's hope that over the weekend we get some money flow coming in to Bitcoin and we have some more powerful moves here. We know this since literally Saturday or Friday, March 17th. We've been just seeing the sideways trading between $27,000 Bitcoin and $28,440 Bitcoin, around close to where we're at now. Again, we're at like $28,118 Bitcoin. What the frig is happening here? To me, it looks like some accumulation. It looks like, we're just not scared of what's happening. Like Bitcoin's holding where it's at now, despite all of the things going on in the TradFi system. These green candles, man, like this was absolutely insane. And you see, again, all the time before Bitcoin breaks out, there's always a little bit of like a consolidation phase. I mean, listen, we were sideways trading between like 15 and 17K for Bitcoin for months, from November pretty much to early January. We were sideways trading, and this was just a big accumulation for what was to come. And I still think that this move wasn't that dramatic for Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin, if it wanted to, it could go to 30K right now with no hesitation, if it really wanted to. Then again, you have this hodl mentality where I have this little arrow drawn out here where if you did not look at your wallet since June, mid-June, you would not know all of the craziness that ensued. So if you're dollar cost averaging, you're still doing pretty well right now. Accumulating Bitcoin at 28K, man, I think it's cool. I think 30K is going to cause some serious FOMO. As you can see, maybe over the weekend, we're going to face this point of around $28,800 Bitcoin, around 28K. This has just been wicks that have been revisiting this level, but we just can't seem to close above the top of our range. I know we did have two slight candle closes above that, but it doesn't really count, Like we need something nice, like around right here, 28.7. I would like to see a daily candle close. Like we've been just playing around in this range, but we just can't close in the high 28s or 29K. Is it possible that Bitcoin says, hey, I don't give a frig. I'm going to revisit $29,100, almost $29,200 like we did on March 30th? Absolutely, Bitcoin could. Bitcoin could do what it wants when it wants. That's why you always have a bullish and a bearish case scenario, because Bitcoin could easily revisit this level and crush it. Or we could just keep sideways trading or trend to the bottom of our range. Anything is really possible with Bitcoin. Now, this has been holding, right? Like, although we had this crazy dramatic swing up in only the matter of a few days, we saw a tremendous amount of stability here. Banks are still going down. Economic collapse left and right. The economic report of the president. You have all of these SEC investors alerts and just straight up crypto crackdowns happening left and right, but it does not seem to be touching the Bitcoin price. I kind of like was referring to it back when FTX went down and there were more things happening around this time. People were saying, oh, Bitcoin's going to 10K. But what Bitcoin does is that it kind of priced in all of this drama, all of this. This was already factored in. It was done. Bitcoin was ready to move on. And that's exactly what it did. Even holding this range of 21K to 24K for as long as it did, which was around January 20th to mid-March, holding that range was pretty impressive because as these green candles were forming, Signature Bank was going down. All these other banks were collapsing. Credit Suisse, the biggest banks in the world, having liquidity issues. Even the dollar having some liquidity crises. Bitcoin still holding strong. People say, oh, Bitcoin court is like the stock market. Bitcoin is like fiat. No, it is not. No, it is not. Bitcoin is the best performing asset, period. It is proving to be a safe haven for your funds, not just physically, but a hedge against all the inflation, a hedge against all the craziness that is happening, where other countries are ditching the US dollar. Bitcoin is not dependent on anything but the community. And that's it. It's not dependent on the financial system. Bitcoin doesn't need the TradFi system in order to succeed. That's what Bitcoin is made for, to be able to outperform and be able to sustain itself, could sustain some economic growth and have some store of value through all of these hard times. Satoshi knew the banks were going to have trouble eventually. Now we're seeing it again. What about those who bought at 60K over on TikTok? Well, if you bought at 60K, then man, you got to keep calm and hodl on and stick in your convictions. If you believe, if you when in doubt, zoom out on the yearly charts and look at what Bitcoin's done in the past, Bitcoin has gone down 70 to 85% multiple times throughout its history. It's a cycle. But whenever Bitcoin has gone down that 70, 85+%, it's always gone back up and surpassed its previous all-time high. That is just the facts. Am I telling you we're going to pass all-time highs right now? No, I'm not telling you anything. I'm just talking about the price action right now and the facts that we have experienced in the past. Again, you guys, please throw in your thoughts in the live chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Exactly, Kyle Rosa. I agree. Every attack makes it stronger. Bitcoin, they say it's the future. We all say Bitcoin is the future, but it's also the right now because people, again, are flowing into Bitcoin at a rapid pace. Though we're not really seeing it with the volume here. I want to see more volume. I believe that will happen. I think right now people are like kind of coming off this banking crisis. They're like, oh, are we okay? Are we not okay? Let's just stay calm for right now. And I think there's going to be another thing that happens with the banks very soon because so many people have been hinting at this, that it's not over, including JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon said the other day, banking crisis not over. Our own president said the banking crisis isn't over. So there's more people, more money that's going to come into Bitcoin. It's inevitable. We know that. Just a matter of when. We also got Ethereum today, down 1.74%. Yesterday, Ethereum was kind of outperforming Bitcoin. Everyone was so excited, so darn excited. We touched a wick to $1,900 Ethereum, even through market Cipher. We're seeing a tad of green in the money flow, but not anything substantial. The VWAP was confidently below the red line and then confidently popped through the zero line right there. And we had a little bit of a pump for Ethereum, not significant, right? To where people should be being like, oh my gosh, let's freaking go Ethereum. I think we have a little bit of time before we can start celebrating with Ethereum. We have some momentum here. But we're looking at the daily here, we've been having a lot of sideways trading, just like Bitcoin has in its little range right here for a while. Ethereum, like I said, started to outperform Bitcoin, started to make some more moves. And that's something that we've seen in, the lead ups to the past bull markets was a little bit of decoupling, not just Bitcoin from the TradFi system, which it's not really connected, but Ethereum kind of making its own way. I remember during the last bull market, Ethereum would start to make its own moves once in a while. It's not uncommon. And then when alt season hits, it's very typical for altcoins to outperform Bitcoin because, of course, they have smaller market caps. They could be moved, right? $1,876 Ethereum. We've been in this little range of $1,700 and $1,823 Ethereum. We broke above that range. And we've been maintaining it a little bit for the past 2 days. Tuesday the 4th, we kind of broke above it. We had that daily candle close at $1,874 Ethereum. Yesterday's close was just above $1,900 Ethereum, $1,911 Ethereum. That's what I was referring to yesterday. I said, okay, let's have a nice daily candle close or two above $1,900 Ethereum. And that's when I'm going to start to get a little zesty. I'm going to be a little happy with Ethereum. I think, of course, like how we were referring to 30K Bitcoin is a huge psychological level. I could picture FOMO coming in there. I think $2,000 Ethereum, of course, could cause some FOMO. I think that's a psychological level because it's almost half, not really half, but almost half of what the previous all-time highs were for Ethereum. So let's aim for 2K Ethereum. If we can maintain $1,900, then that would make me happy, and that would make me see like, okay, we can hold 1,900. Let's try to make that move to $2,000 Ethereum. Miss01 Crypto, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Oh, Travel Man. Oh, that's my favorite TikToker right there, Travel Man. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. I know you're so positive over there. Litecoin still maintaining this $91 mark like we saw the other day. There have been some accumulation phases with Litecoin. $91 Litecoin right now down 1.4%. Not a lot of volume coming in for Litecoin, although the money flow has been significantly more green for Litecoin than Bitcoin and Ethereum, more, I guess, stable green money flow. A little touch of red money flow, but that's kind of expected once in a while. Thank you, Ninja, for your 100 emoji. I appreciate you, fam. Now we're in this little bit of a range here. We're trying to stick above $90 Litecoin. I think this has been it seems to be a little bit of resistance here. It seems like a little bit of accumulation phase. I'm hoping, because Litecoin, there's really nothing holding it back when you really think about it. So, and nothing stopping it from making a nice crazy run up like it did here. Listen, Litecoin, it could swing back above, hopefully get to that $105 mark. I would love to see a daily candle close above 105. I would love to see $100 Litecoin again, but I know I got to be patient. It'll happen. I believe it will, at least. So let me know what you guys think. I think Litecoin, I think Bitcoin, it's just urging to boom. Like I put it as the title, Bitcoin boom coming, because I really do believe something's going to happen. I felt this way here at 15, 16K. I was like, man, I feel like everything's priced in. I know I said it on my podcast a few times, and guests were like, I'm not sure. Some guests agreed, some didn't. We took a nice swing up, guys. We've been handling it. Bitcoin made this swing up above 20K, maintained it. Went above 24K, has been maintaining the 27 to 29 to almost 29K level. This is good. This is healthy. This is healthy for Bitcoin, maintaining these levels as the dollar is diminishing, as banks are going down globally. Litecoin, like I said, has a lot of room to move. It's literally 2x over 2x since June. It was $40 Litecoin in June. How could you not see, like, whoa, Litecoin's been doing pretty good despite all of the bear market and all the crazy things that have been going on in this world. So shouts to Litecoin. And it was also deemed as a commodity by the CFTC. So that's also great. Friends on TikTok, I know you guys are commenting. If you want your comments to be seen, please head over to youtube.com/missteencrypto. It'll just make it easier for me. And thank you, everyone, for watching. I see a ton of people are watching right now. Make sure you guys smash these likes and share the stream out. We have our goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. I saw we have 57 votes on the poll, but only 46 likes. Let's see if we could switch that around a little bit. To effort. Yes, I am getting my TA on. I'm just like talking about price action, you know. I'm just trying to get zesty with it. You know what I mean? Yes, Tyron, I agree. A zesty move is on the way. We got Jimbo. Thank you for coming. Lifers love. Oh, to the 333 fam. I was just on Lifers show yesterday, so make sure you guys go check out Crypto Lifers channel. Mark said go Digibyte. Yes, go DGB. We love DGB. Bad boy, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Crypto Outcast is here. Chris Treat, welcome to the show. And thank you again, Ninja, for your $1 super chat. I do appreciate that. We have Andy's. How do I learn TA? I've been watching a lot of videos, and I've just been researching and just looking up the most basic things and putting it on a Google Doc. That's kind of how I've been doing it. SSJ3, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Ephraim, hi, nice to see you. Andrew Cameron from Canada, thank you for coming. We got Spencer out here. Anyone else think I'm missing? If I missed you, please make sure you say hello. Dynastic Wolf, thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Red Putz, I don't know if I said hi to you yet. Digital Fortress, hope everyone is doing good. I hope you're doing good, man. Oh, Joshua, you gave me hearts. Thank you for the hand hearts. Hand hearts back to you, Joshua. I appreciate you, fam. Again, guys, make sure you head over to YouTube so you can have you can have a better experience with the show. All right, let's head into the news. Of course, you're welcome for the shouts, Crypto Outcast. I'm appreciative of every single person that shows up here. Really am. So thank you again for coming, guys. We're going to get into the news. Something that literally just came out. The FUD will always seem to continue, guys. It will continue. There's nothing that we can do to stop the FUD. What we can do is make sure we do our own research. We stick in our convictions. Why do we like Bitcoin? Why do we like cryptocurrency? Because it gives you accessibility to a financial system that you would usually be excluded from. With DeFi, decentralized finance, all you need is an internet connection to partake in investments. that maybe in the traditional world you would have to be an accredited investor and have a certain amount of money in your bank account to even start investing. We have to even out the playing field, and that's exactly what Bitcoin and DeFi does. Well, of course, when there's something decentralized, something that's permissionless, and something that everyone can enter, it's going to take away from the traditional system and what they're trying to do with controlling the entire thing. The Treasury released a DeFi illicit finance risk assessment stating that DeFi is a risk to national security due to quote-unquote money laundering. How could that be possible when everything that goes on in DeFi is public on the blockchain? All this money, even if you put things through mixers, you could still find out who went where and what money went to what blockchain. You are able to see that. There's transparency, which is why a lot of these hackers that do things in crypto often get caught because of the transparency. Meanwhile, in the traditional financial system, there's no transparency whatsoever. You don't know where any money goes ever. There's a ton of money laundering that goes on every single day with cash and even through the banks. And the banks even get in trouble because of the illicit activity that they do as a result of, again, lack of transparency. So which system is better? A decentralized financial system where everything is transparent and everyone gets to be a part of it, or a centralized financial system where only the people that have money are able to take part in it, and it's totally controlled? Pick your side, any side. Take a look at this, guys. Treasury releases 2023 DeFi illicit financial risk assessment. The U.S. Department of Treasury published the 2023 DeFi illicit finance risk assessment, the first illicit finance risk assessment conducted on DeFi in the world. The assessment considers risk associated with what are commonly known as DeFi services. While there's no generally accepted definition of DeFi, the term broadly refers to the virtual asset protocols and services that purport to allow some form of automated peer-to-peer transactions, often through the use of self-executing code known as smart contracts based on blockchain tech. This term is frequently used loosely by the private sector, often for services that are not functionally decentralized. Other actors, such as the the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, cyber criminals, ransomware attackers, thieves, and scammers are using DeFi services to transfer and launder their illicit proceeds. They're able to exploit vulnerabilities, including the fact that many DeFi services have anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism obligations, failing to implement them. This is actually fun. If there's anything I've ever seen, it's this. Oh, Bitcoin is for criminal. Crypto is for criminals. How many illegal transactions happen every day through the traditional financial system? Every single day. We don't even know because you can't see it. But Bitcoin cryptocurrency, you see everything that happens. If there's a hack, people actually find out who hacked the thing. Risk assessments play a foundational role in promoting the understanding of illicit financial risk environments and more effectively protecting the integrity of the financial system. Under Secretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, Brian E. Nelson. Our assessment finds that illicit actors, including criminals, scammers, and North Korean cyber actors, are using DeFi services in the process of laundering illicit funds. Capturing the potential benefits associated with DeFi services requires addressing the risks. The private sector should use these findings of this assessment to inform their own risk mitigations and take clear steps in line with the AML CFT regulations and sanctions obligations to prevent illicit abuse from DeFi services. I just want to smack my forehead. Smackity smack. What is happening here? This is so backwards. If you literally put the traditional financial system instead of DeFi in the sentence, it would make more sense. It would make more sense. Yeah, crypto connoisseur, face smack over there. Yeah, I see you're doing that too. I see you, SMG. You lose privacy. Exactly, fam. You are losing your privacy. Why would they be coming out with this? Why? DeFi, it's so horrible, scary. But think about it, guys. Let's put our thinking caps on here. Why would they put out all of these things, the economic report of the president saying Bitcoin mining's bad, CBDCs are the way, SEC investor alert for crypto securities because that's volatile. Meanwhile, bank stocks are more volatile than Bitcoin at this point. Then you have the Treasury releasing the 2023 DeFi illicit finance risk assessment, warning about DeFi being for criminals. Meanwhile, there's more criminal activity happening in the traditional financial system than crypto by a long run because of the transparency. The reason they're doing this is the reason that they're putting out FUD on crypto right now is because of the Fed Now program that is coming out in July that is going to basically be a CBDC and pave the way for central bank digital currencies as a result of instant transfers between banks and people. So, and even Jerome Powell said that retail CBDCs and wholesale CBDCs have always been on their minds, and it is going to come out. Take note that CBDCs are surveillance tools. They watch every transaction you do. It is censorship. You need something that's free, censorship resistant, and that is Bitcoin. Something that's permissionless, something that you can transact with wherever, whenever. Economic report of the president saying crypto has no fundamental value. You remember that one? How does crypto have no fundamental value if it's a risk to our national security? It doesn't make sense. Crypto has no fundamental value, but it's a risk to our financial system. It's a risk to national security. It's something we have to tax you on because it's really that worthless that we have to make money off your money. Did I hear about FedNow? Yes, Miss O1 Crypto. We were just referring to the FedNow program. We were just talking about it. This is something I found pretty interesting. There is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He is bidding to become president, and it could lead to Bitcoin adoption. Listen, you guys know, I'm putting out a disclaimer right now. Disclaim-y poo. Disclaim-y. Disclaimer. I am not a political gal. I could care less about the blue, the red, the purples, the yellow. I don't care. What I care about is Bitcoin. I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about Bitcoin. I'm here to talk about finance. And this ties into it. Because this Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he is running as a Democrat, but he also was talking about cryptocurrency. This announcement of his presidential bid was made news in the crypto space after Kennedy Jr. made a strong statement regarding the potential dangers of CBDCs on Twitter on the same day. So yesterday, not only did he say, I'm going to run for president, but he said he is pro-crypto. Oh my gosh, we achieved our goal? Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you on TikTok. Much love. Kennedy, again, is suggesting that a CBDC tied to a digital ID and social credit score could allow the government to freeze assets and restrict spending. Of course, we know that. That's why we're here. Because we're talking about CBDCs. We're talking about permissionless money. Permissionless. Get ready, friends. Look at his tweet. It was so boss from yesterday. Let's zoom in on here. All right. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said the Fed just announced it will introduce its FedNow central bank digital currency in July. CBDCs grease the slippery slope to financial slavery and political tyranny. While cash transactions are anonymous, a CBDC will allow the government to surveil all our private financial affairs. The central bank will have the power to enforce dollar limits on our transactions, restricting where you can send money, where you can spend it, and when money expires. A CBDC tied to a digital ID and social credit score will allow the government to freeze your assets or limit your spending to approved vendors if you fail to comply with arbitrary mandates. This is one of them. The Fed will initially limit its CBDC to interbank transactions, but we should not be blind to the obvious danger that this is the first step in banning and seizing Bitcoin. Mention Bitcoin, as the Treasury did with gold 90 years ago today in 1933. Watch as governments, which never let a good crisis go to waste, use COVID-19 and the banking crisis to usher a new wave of CBDCs as a safe haven from the germ-laden paper currencies or as protection against the bank runs. What have we been saying this entire time on this podcast? That this is exactly why they're going to pave the way for CBDCs. Oh, you don't have to worry about the bank runs. Here's your digital dollar. No. We will not do it. We are educated, friends. We know why we're in crypto. We will not stand for CBDCs, period. Your money will expire. Yes, Alexandra G. It was a great tweet. The Boo Man, thank you for coming. Nice to see you, fam. I know I'm heated right now. I know I'm spicy today. But how could you not be spicy when a CBDC is trying to control our lives? Hi, Olive. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, Olive. I like seeing Olive. I like your PFP. I think it's cute. Bitcoin could save the dollar, Kyle. That's what we're talking about here, man. Absolutely. Patrick Murphy. Yes, this is a spicy zest. Absolutely spicy zest. Absolutely ridiculous. Alfredo, nice to see you, man. Like gold, Bitcoin has a finite amount. Gold doesn't have a finite amount. That's the sad part, dude. Bitcoin does have a finite amount. Stack, you called on the Lifer gang to spam the chat. Love the energy. Well, thank you, Stack. Much appreciated, fam. Listen, we're all here to share love and spread love. We have a goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers, so let's all continue to share this stream out and like it and spread some love. We all need love with one another. Can't be zesty without a little spice. Exactly, Olive. Listen, on this channel, we zest and invest. We're here to spread education. We are here to spread adoption. We're not here to dilly-dally. No way. Not a shot. This is all about freedom. All about freedom. What was? Let's do. Oh, Boo Man.
Buy some nice crypto this weekend.
Well, thank you, Boo Man. Appreciate it. Will do. Stack up the bags, fam. Thank you. I appreciate it. We all need some more crypto out here. What were our fundamental rights as Americans? Originally, we had John Locke. Let's pull up some documents. John Locke wrote, "All individuals are equal in the sense that they are born with inalienable natural rights."
We're not here to dilly-dally. No way.
Yes, Armani, we're not here to dilly-dally. Listen, Armani, thank you for your $10 super chat. This is exactly tying into what I'm talking about. We are all born with certain inalienable rights. That is, rights are God-given and can never be taken or ever given away. Among these fundamental rights are life, liberty, and property. Life, liberty, and property. We kind of turned that into life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which kind of ties into the property end. But again, what are our inalienable natural rights? Life, liberty, and property. We have a right to own our property. We have a right to have Bitcoin, which is something that we truly own. That's permissionless. That we get to choose when, where, and how we spend it. Nothing is more American than Bitcoin. Whereas you have the FedNow program coming out in July that's implementing central bank digital currencies, which are total control. Watching every transaction you do, controlling where you spend your money, how you spend your money, how much money you even have, because your money can expire. If they say you can't travel more than 5 miles outside of your jurisdiction or you're away from your home, and you travel 6 miles and go get a bottle of water, your CBDC will not work. On top of that, you have bank runs up the wazoo, and they're going to give you a CBDC to solve all the problems. The traditional financial system, it's just a Band-Aid. What's the fix? Bitcoin. Bitcoin has 21 million Bitcoin that will ever exist. It's backed by the people. It is backed by code. It has value. Sorry for the rant. Just had to get lit. But Joey Farino, what's up? What nice to see you. We got a lot of people coming in here. Digital Fortress Mining, we have Texas FPS. Welcome to the show. Stack McChange, nice to see you. Shout out to Andrew Jackson on said. Well, shouts to Andrew Jackson. Meninja, shouts to you. Thank you for another 100 emoji. Much love to you. Chad Stanford, welcome to the show. We have Lifer Friend. Hi, friend. Welcome to the show. Aru, nice to see you. K Rask, this is the way. Absolutely. Joey Farino, Latuca, nice to see you. We have Diesel Kane. What's up? All right. We have so many people here. Thank you guys again for coming. Joe Harvey, welcome to the show. All right. Thank you guys. All right, guys, make sure again you smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. We have 21 more likes until we hit 100, and I know we can do it. All right. So there's that. There's all that crazy stuff. What does financial craziness, what does economic collapse lead you to? Let's sit back. Let's think. The banks close, and we've seen this in other countries. Banks are closing. People cannot get access to their funds. What do? They go to the bank. They try to get the money out of the bank. What if they say, guys, oh, we are out of cash. We have no money left. No one can get their money anymore. But you can't move the digital money that's in your bank wallet. You are in bad shape. Then people get violent because obviously they need to put food on their table. People are going to get hungry. People aren't going to be able to purchase things and live their lives. It leads to events like this. This is $10 trillion asset manager Blackrock Paris headquarters that got taken over by protesters. This is what happens when you mess with people's money. Yeah, look at that. So that might humble us a little bit. Yeah, so that's that. Wanted to just show that. Because there's many protests that go on in the world. When people don't have access to their money, they protest. Things get violent. With Bitcoin is a peaceful protest. Bitcoin is the most peaceful war you can fight. You don't need to pick up a gun. You don't need to light things on fire and go crazy to get your Bitcoin. If you are taking part in Bitcoin, you just need an internet connection, and not even in some places, to access your funds and have that 24/7 and it be permissionless. Whereas the banks, you rely on them. And people protest because of a financial system that doesn't serve them. Bitcoin, you don't need to protest. You don't need to fight anyone to make Bitcoin work. I was talking about this with Crypto Lifer yesterday. How many wars have we fought in order for the dollar or money to be and have the stance where it's at now? Whereas Bitcoin, all you do is connect to the internet and you mine You run a node, you transact, and you take part in a network that doesn't need violence to work. That just needs people. It's divisible. You don't need to transact with whole Bitcoins. You send Satoshis, 100 million Satoshis in one Bitcoin, like 100 cents is a dollar. Bitcoin's a peaceful protest. It's the most peaceful protest you have ever seen in your life. K9MM, welcome to the show. Hi. Endless wars. Yep, endless wars. You don't need a war for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is peace, and it brings unity. What other asset, what other cause has brought unity amongst people in every single country across the globe? Bitcoin, permissionless money. That's what brings people together. No other cause has brought so many people together like Bitcoin. It will continue to happen. Again, no wars need to be fought for Bitcoin to work. K9MM, very valid points. Thanks, fam. Andrew I, nice to see you. Tim Ward, nice to see you. All right. Ugh. It's scary. I hate violence, man. Power to the people. Absolutely, Tim. Now we got the EU. They're always trying to get spicy out in the EU. They're like so against crypto, but they're saying they like crypto. It's like so confusing. But they warned on risk of big players becoming metaverse gatekeepers. The European Union's executive arm is set to issue proposals in the coming months, but it likely won't include a draft bill. They want to do a new policy for, again, virtual worlds and the metaverse. Quote, there's a risk of having a small number of players becoming future gatekeepers of virtual worlds, creating market entry barriers and shutting out EU startups like SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprises from this emerging market. But how many people are excluded from the traditional financial system? It's like such hypocrisy. It's crazy. And the paper outlines a range of policies for what it calls Web 4.0, where physical and virtual worlds interact immersively and using connected smart devices. Which I do see this happening, you know, Web 4 or whatever we're going to call it. But of course, this is all going to happen. But then more stuff going on in Europe. Major crypto firms need extra rules and global cooperation, ECB's McCall says. I don't trust the ECB for a minute, yo. The major global crypto companies like FTX and Binance need to be subject to tougher rules. How does Binance and FTX even related when this wasn't a business and Binance is? Elizabeth McCall, a member of the European Central Bank Supervisory Board, said in a blog post on Wednesday. She's a member of the ECB arm responsible for overseeing banks, said recent attempts to regulate crypto, such as European Union's Market in Crypto Assets Regulation, or MiCA, wouldn't fully address the problems of complex international structures or the ecosystem companies that claim to have no headquarters. How can we supervise firms that have no physical borders? We need to put thought into imagining what international coordination would look like and how it would be effective in regulating the crypto world. Well, we already know what the ECB has been up to because the ECB has been working with Japan since 2017 on Project Stella, which was intro and research and all of these things going into CBDCs. So I don't believe that for a second. They also know that Bitcoin's unstoppable. And again, they're talking about businesses with no borders. But Bitcoin and crypto has no borders in general. So how could their businesses have borders if their businesses can cater to people all around the globe? You guys are going off with Stella in the chat. You guys are funny. Hi, Randy A. Nice to see you, man. Big Dog, welcome to the show over here. I saw you were here earlier as well. Thanks for stopping by. We have 5 more likes until 100 likes. Let's get after it, guys. Woo! India. Speaking of CBDCs and their wild stuff, India loves their CBDCs. They love to be centralized. They're targeting 1 million CBDC users in 3 months and prioritizing online transfers. Their CBDCR, which is their retail CBDC, is aiming to scale the user base of the digital rupee to 1 million users and prioritize solving the challenge of creating an offline version. Although RBI officials stated publicly that they were aiming for 500,000 users by July, they were privately looking to double that amount. Quote, it's like they'll tell you in public that they were aiming for 500K, but behind closed doors, they wanted 100 million. Oh, 1 million, not 100 million. They want 1 million people to use their CBDC. So just like here, there's Jerome Powell was saying, hey, we're thinking about a CBDC. We're thinking about retail. We're thinking about wholesale CBDCs. It doesn't mean that they already have this, don't have it done. Project Hamilton does prove that they have it done. They said CBDC by July with FedNow. Who's to say it won't be done earlier and that they don't have the rollout already basically done? Because the banks already agree with it. Back to India. Given India's population as the world's largest, they expect to reach the milestone of 1 million users easily. So they said they have a tentative timeline for reaching 1 million users in 3 months. So India, watch out, man, because the CBDCs are hitting you like a pile of bricks. Peru is considering CBDCs to improve payment system, and that's how they always form it. Oh yeah, CBDCs are good because they'll help the payment system. Blah, blah, blah. We need fast and easy money. We already have fast, easy, convenient to use money. That's Bitcoin. You have a Litecoin. You already got it. Oops, sorry about that. The Reserve Bank of Peru published a paper that said it would be the first in a series to examine the need, design, and timing of the Peruvian CBDC, reported by John Kiff, who is a director at the Sovereign Official Digital Association, aka SODA. His report concentrates on the issues relating to a retail CBDC. The status quo of payments is untenable, the CBRP wrote. But the introduction of a CBDC, combined with new policies to improve access and interoperability of the existing systems, would provide central bank overcome barriers to financial inclusion and lower costs for transactions. According to the report, quote, the objective of CBDC within the framework of the payment system in Peru is to give the unbanked population access to digital payments, so it's important to know their characteristics to prepare an implementation strategy. And they have a lot of obstacles to overcome. And 3/4 of the unbanked live in non-poor households, but almost 79% of those say they have no savings. So we're gonna have to see. But again, Bitcoin, they want permissionless money. If they're gonna go flock to money, it's gonna be money that they can control. This CBDC is gonna backfire, especially because people are gonna see, okay, I'm already not banked. Why would I get a digital money that I can't control? And that it's not permissionless. Okay, Bitcoin. So if they're going to do anything, it's going to get into Bitcoin. So this is going to be a big push for Bitcoin in Peru if it's not already. We already know China with their CBDC. It's absolutely wild. They track it with your SIM card, but now they're trying to become a crypto hub at the same time. Chinese state insurance firm launches 2 crypto funds in Hong Kong. The Chinese government appears to be more bullish with crypto. The CPIC Investment Management, a subsidiary of China Pacific Insurance, is launching 2 crypto funds in partnership with the investment firm Waterdrip Capital, the local tech-focused news agency 36KR reported on April 3rd. Owned by the central government of China, the Shanghai Municipal Government, and China Securities Finance, CPI is the second largest property insurance company in the mainland after People's Insurance Company of China. The new crypto funds reportedly include a VC fund called Pacific Waterdrip Digital Asset Fund, which will focus on investments in early-stage projects. The second fund, Pacific Waterdrip Digital Asset Fund number 2, will reportedly manage the proof-of-stake digital assets. So they're already proof-of-stake they're looking at, but there's a lot of people mining in China. They like proof of work over there. So we're going to have to see what happens there. But again, this is more money coming into China. And we already know Hong Kong is committed to growing and developing their crypto infrastructure. And there's a ton of new laws and things that you have to look into, the new VASPs, as they VASP, that you have to look into and make sure that you are compliant with China's new rules. And even if you were in exchange before all these new rules, you still have to do more to prove that you're still okay to operate in China. Centralized exchanges, man. It's not easy. Even a Citi analyst from Citi Bank talking about CBDCs, saying it will be a Trojan horse for blockchain adoption. This is an actual joke. I laughed at this one when I read it. CBDCs will be driving the force behind getting more people behind blockchain, said Ronit Ghoz, the future of finance of global head at Citi, told CoinDesk TV. In Citi's latest Money Tokens and Gains report, the banking giant said crypto industry is reaching for an inflection point where blockchain's potential will be seen and measured in billions of users coupled with trillions of dollars in value. That, however, could hinge on whether CBDCs globally become a reality. By 2030, according to the Citi report, up to $5 trillion worth of CBDCs could be circulating in major economies across the world, half of which could be tied together with distributed ledger technology. Now, if you look at the economic report of the president, they said distributed ledger technology was not a requirement for central bank digital currencies. So this isn't even a promise. So I'm telling you, CBDCs will be private networks that no one could see or interact with except for the people that are behind it. Again, they're saying CBDCs are a Trojan horse, referring to how digital currencies could get more people comfortable with using the blockchain. And it will push adoption in financial services of tokenized assets and tokenized money. Bleh. Bleh. I'm over that. Bye, Citibank. Like, this is actually wild. But we know, we're educated. That's why we're here. CBDCs. We're not gonna let it. We're not gonna at least try not to take part in it as long as we can. And we're gonna take part in the decentralized economy. Now, Japan, how I was talking about, they're working on CBDCs, but they're also trying to approve a Web3 white paper to promote the industry and the growth in the country. So how could you say we love crypto, we want growth here, but we're also going to implement CBDCs and control your life? I'm just not sure about that. But Japan's ruling liberal Democratic Party's Web3 project team has published a white paper laying out the recommendations for boosting the crypto industry in the country, which is part of the Prime Minister's strategy of promoting the tech. A project called, quote, Cool Japan. Well, Project Stella. You guys love the Project Stellas. Why don't we talk about Project Stella in here? The Web3 project team has been bypassing the usual bureaucratic processes to formulate regulatory proposals for everything from NFTs to decentralized autonomous organizations. The crypto industry has been driven by early adopters, but it will shift to mass adoption from now on, the Secretary General of Party's Web3 project said. They pointed out that the major companies in Japan have started to enter the market, and the Japanese mobile operator NTT Docomo pledged to invest up to 600 billion yen, which is about $4 billion, into Web3 infrastructure and larger financial institutions looking to issue stablecoins. There's going to be some summits, there's going to be crypto discussions there, and there's going to be changes and proposals for tax regulations. So we're going to see what happens in Japan. There was a DAO law in Japan making changes to regulations under the Companies Act. And this white paper that they're going to put out notes that the screening process for tokens already in circulation is shortening, but reviewing the new tokens issued by foreign entities remains slow. It advises making procedures more transparent so that issuers can be present and the information necessary for a review. Interesting. Listen, Japan, they're trying to open up the doors for crypto. At the same time, they're working on a CBDC. Something that I thought was very interesting and something I want to just be more positive about is so much Bitcoin adoption and things that are just hidden in plain sight. And make sure you guys, again, are smashing these likes as we go over this last thing. Some things, like I said, are hidden in plain sight. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Simon Parker. Welcome. Hidden inside macOS is the Bitcoin white paper. Get a load of this. This has been inside every Mac OS shipped since 2017, the Bitcoin white paper. Back in April 2021, someone actually exposed this and noticed that buried within the image capture utility is a function called Virtual Scanner 2, which is not enabled by default. Hidden within Virtual Scanner 2 is a nondescript image of a bay in San Francisco and a PDF copy of the Bitcoin white paper. So this is really interesting. So if you enter and have this kind of copy or code or whatever, you're able to open the white paper. I think there was a video on the crypto tweeters that I could show you guys about how it pops up. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my gosh, there's more videos of the Blackrock thing. Holy wow. Okay, let me go over this white paper thing first. But there you go. Look, you enter that code or whatever it was, that little formula. Look at it. How wild is that? So the Bitcoin white paper, man, going off in the Mac on the down low. Now, I know I was just showing you guys, GM Justin, welcome to the show. I know I was showing you guys before Blackrock, right? As I was scrolling on this tweeter, look at this. More capture from Blackrock. There's like a lot of screaming, so I'll just like get that out of there. But this is insane. Look at what's happening inside the banks. Just absolute craziness. This is what happens when people don't get their money, when people are stuck in a traditional financial system. This is absolutely insane. Whoa. Absolutely whoa. Meninja, you're spoiling me today. Thank you so much for another 100 emoji. I appreciate it. Or that was 100 emoji, right? Okay, yes, perfect. That was 100 emoji. Well, thank you. Destroyer1911, what up? Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. How do you guys feel about all of this? If you guys have any questions, throw it in the chat. SpongeBob, the CEO of Bitcoin will sue Apple for putting the whole the white paper on the Mac. I'm dead. Imagine that. Imagine that. What do you, Travel Man on TikTok, bro? I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like you've been going through this whole TikTok stream just talking about craziness. Like they're doing away with Bitcoin mining. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, they're not doing away with Bitcoin mining. That's absolute craziness. Travel man, if you want to do your own research, you want to come to these streams with an open mind, then do that. But if you want to like go all bananas, then you could just take a little bit of a break, you know? I want to be friends. I'm not trying to beef with you, Travel Man. Let's be friends. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Nos, thank you so much for the TikTok. I appreciate it. Nifty guy, who's they? Oh, it's someone on TikTok. Diesel, are you on TikTok? Am I able to give you a wrench over there? Because I would. I only have I think John Jermaine and Jim DB is one of my mods over there. I need more mods on TikTok. David, David, welcome to the stream, fam. Yo, you just missed all the zest. Oh, Ozzy, you were here too. I didn't even see you in here. Oh, you're hating on Carl. All right, I see. I just had the Moon Carl on like a few hours ago on the channel. That was really fun. It was good getting to know him. Listen, man, I do interviews. You know, I'm just doing the interview. I can't, speak to who does what, but I'm just doing an interview. So that's it. That's what I'm here for. I do news and I do interviews. So that's that. All right, there we go. Oh, Bid Moon.
So zesty, tumbler glass.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for your $2 super chat. You guys are like spoiling me at this point. Julio, I'm the #1 crypto diplomat. Listen, man, I told you I'm not a political gal, but I am here to represent the community. You know, at any capacity. Like, I'll be here. Like, you guys are saying I should run for president. That's a little crazy. Sauerkraut. Bitcoin mining does not end for 100 years. Yeah, I know. Travel man, so you're saying we are friends. You're just trying to get me to answer a couple of questions, which I won't. I haven't seen your questions. I told you, head over to YouTube and I'll be able to see your questions. Join the chat on YouTube, fam. Join the chat on YouTube. That's all I could tell you. I haven't seen these comments. I'm sorry, Travel man. I just want to be friends with you, you know? I don't want any beef. Wit, what's up on TikTok? Welcome. Oh, David. No, you didn't have to.
I can't believe I missed the zest.
David. Well, your $20 super chat, man. You didn't have to. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That's a lot. Much love to you, David. You did miss the zest, but trust me, if you rewind it, it'll be really worth it because today we went over I don't know if you saw this morning because I know you're an NFT guy. Treasury releases 2023 DeFi illicit finance risk assessment. Like, they're telling us DeFi is bad. Crypto has no fundamental value with the economic report of the president, yet they're coming out with the Fed Now program. This is all paving the way for that, man. So we went over that. So, you know, Ozzy, MTC, you know I love you. I listen again, like, I'm just doing the interview, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm just doing the interview. Ozzy, you're much love to you too. I wish I'm giving you like a virtual through the screen hug right now. But yeah, so if you guys did not see that interview, then of course check it out on the YouTubes. I'll give you guys the link right now. Diesel, yes, YouTube will take half of the donation, but actually, it's fine. You know, like any super chats I'm of course grateful for. But if you guys do look in the if you guys look in the description of the video, then there's a way to send crypto and fiat directly to me using these links. Oh, David, again, man.
DeFi is the future, that's why they fund it.
Exactly. All right, these are the ways I'm able to get like close to 100%. More than what YouTube would give. But yeah, David, you're absolutely right. That's why they're funding it, because it's all about dollar dominance. It's all about maintaining the anchor of the money system. So you're exactly correct. So we're just gonna again we're gonna see how this all turns out. I really do believe that all the things that are being brought up now, they're not going to hold up in the future. Like, how could they say DeFi is for criminals and Bitcoin's for criminals when that's been debunked years ago? And on top of that, with DeFi, you're able to see everything that happens. Even if you put things through a mixer, you will find out who hacked what and where all the money went. Versus the traditional financial system where there's illicit activity happening every single day, including the banks committing crimes as well on the side. Like the banks aren't clean themselves. The people that use the banks aren't exactly clean. And there's no transparency there. Whereas again, blockchain, there's transparency on every single end of it. So honestly, if you look at it, the TradFi system is used for criminals and illicit activity versus Bitcoin and cryptocurrency where it's all transparent. Ozzy, where was that bank? The one I just showed you, this what were you hold on. If you were talking about this is Blackrock in Paris. And that's what's happening there. But again, if you guys didn't check it out yet, let me grab the video. Let me grab the video real quick of me and Carl, and I'll put it in the live chat. And we talked about like the law of attraction, manifestation. It was really spicy. I enjoyed the conversation. So you guys could check that out. Tyler, she's speaking on facts. Oh, thanks, fam. I appreciate you, Tyler. Yeah, Paris is facing a lot of problems. The intentionalist. You thought that was a scene from that movie? Yes, I absolutely know what you're talking about. But no, your friend went on to Paris for a romantic date, but it didn't go as planned. Really? Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, there was an event that I actually got word of that they wanted me to potentially go to, and it was in Paris. And that exactly like the day I was like gonna leave if I was going to go, that's when I saw all these videos and things happening in Paris, and I was like, wow. And none of it's being covered on the news, which is crazy to me. But you see, that's why you look at social media, you know? And you see everything that's really going on through social media, because honestly, you can't find any of that information on the type of news. Frank Fractal, hey, you XRP Maxi, let's fight. I never said I was an XRP Maxi by any stretch, fam. Frank Fractal. But welcome to the show. If you're an XRP Maxi, then that's okay. I wish your wife would take you to Paris for a romantic date. Maybe one day, Patrick, when things clear up in Paris. I don't think you want to go to Paris right now. John Jermaine, Red Hot Buffalo Wings. Yo, you are speaking my language. I need wings so bad. I also do have a tutorial. If you guys want to check that out, I'll drop the link in the live chat right now. I have here it is. This is the chicken wing tutorial. Frank Fractal, I'm Kadena Pro, and you were asking, oh, you were talking to Big Dog. Okay, got you, Frank Fractal. Oh, Nos, thank you for the 2 roses. I appreciate it, fam. Much appreciated. All right. Again, if you guys have any question, you could drop it in the chat. Otherwise, then I do have to actually head out today because I have so much going on. W Wings. David, did you see my tutorial, dude? David, let me know if you liked my tutorial. I want to make wings again. Now I actually want wings. I'm hungry. I need food. A Wave Rider, Kadena is king. I've heard of Kadena blockchain. Yeah. Justin Musgrave, welcome to the show. David, much love. See you later, fam. Crypto the Kid. What's my opinion on the Apple white paper? Oh yeah, we were just going over the Apple white paper. Yeah, I think that's cool. Like, I think everything is like, it's very mysterious. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, they have the Bitcoin white paper on the Mac. Like, why? It's obviously because they love Bitcoin, and they're not going to tell you until it's too late. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, why not do your own research and know that you like Bitcoin and purchase it and store it in your wallet and hold, rather than sitting back and being like, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy Bitcoin or make this investment because the big banks didn't say it to first. Or this company isn't investing in crypto, so I'm not going to invest in crypto. Why wait for all these companies to say that they're doing things when you could do it beforehand and probably be better off because of it? Do your own research. Do not be afraid to make a decision that not everyone knows about yet. When I first got in crypto, I was in high school telling people about crypto when I was 17. They thought I was absolutely crazy. Why would you buy Bitcoin? That's a Ponzi. It's blah, blah, blah. Now, people know that Bitcoin is the way. You need decentralized money, and that it's not a Ponzi scheme, and that it's real compared to the TradFi system, which is a little bit of a mystery at this point.
More decentralized cooking tutorials, please. Hot wing tutorial was on point. 100.
K9MM, I can't with you, bro. I cannot. You want more cooking tutorials? So what do you want to see next? Because I know you guys like the buffalo wings. I could do K9MM. You could tell me. I was thinking of doing a barbecue wing tutorial because some people like barbecue over buffalo. Like, there are two sides, I'm thinking of doing a barbecue tutorial. It's almost the same thing, but not really. There's like different steps involved. But I don't know. I could do a cookie tutorial. I could do wings. I could do there's like this chicken that I make. If you guys look on my Instagram, right, and you'll see like this food highlight of like good eats, and you click that, and you'll see like this one Instagram story, and you'll hear like crackling and stuff, and it's like this oven baked fried chicken, and it's fire. Nifty guy, no way you just gave me $20. Thank you so much, man. Oh, nifty guy. You're so cool. Thank you so much, nifty guy. You guys are spoiling me to the top degree. Thank you so much. And you said I'm speaking truth to power. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, man. I really do. Oh man, what's up? Cookie tutorial, please. So you want a cookie tutorial? Listen, here's the thing. I'm a little scared. I don't want to put out my chocolate chip cookie tutorial because like the chalky chip cookies are my everything. Like that's like my secret. It's like my top thing. So I might put out an oatmeal or an oatmeal/oatmeal raisin tutorial. I think that's the next one because I feel like a lot of people like the oatmeal cookie. So I feel like that might be the next one. I see. Did someone say they wanted a barbecue in Buffalo sauerkraut? That's not bad. So there's this restaurant that I go to where their wings, they put barbecue. So like they kind of like they put barbecue on it and like let it sit in it and like cook it kind of with the barbecue, and then they put buffalo over it. But they call it buffalo wing, but there's like underlying barbecue on it. And I'm not lying, it's so fire. It's so fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shortbread cookies. So Ozzy, I haven't made shortbread cookies before. I'm not gonna lie to you. Patrick Murphy, you think oatmeal raisin is better than chalky chip? Are you serious? Are you being for real? Patrick, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna like discriminate and like against your cookie ship, but I'm a chalky chip gal. You guys know I like my chalky chip. So you guys have seen my chicken wing tutorial. Oh wow. All right. Board type crow, you said you went on a date and the woman paid. You were in shock and almost panicked. Maybe she'll take you to Paris. Board type crow, you always give me a giggle, bro. You always give me a giggle. That's great. That's hilarious. Whoa. What? I don't even know how that just happened. Wow, the Paris protesters were protesting my chalky croissant and my chalky comments. Whoa. That was a little intense there. Julio, best zest in the biz. You know it, fam. We're always zesty here. Academy said, oh, bring the Bitcoin to bring up everything else except for the X ecosystem. We're always up. Got you, fam. No problem. Oh, Red Panda. Hi, fam. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. How are you? Listen, I wish you were here earlier. We were talking about so many zesty news articles, man. We need baguette coin. That's hilarious. So K9MM, you said an oatmeal cookie tutorial. Okay, I could work on that. Cryptocurrency, thank you so much for the rose. Appreciate it. You guys are spoiling me. Like, all these super chats and these roses. I'm like, wow. Like, I don't even know what to do with myself right now. Jero said, I'm being haunted by the spirit of Satoshi. There's no one else I'd rather be haunted by, man. I'm sure, at least I hope Satoshi has my back, you know? Listen, I don't think Satoshi's dead. Like, if I'm gonna be, like, for real. Like, if he's only 48, apparently, like, I don't know. I can't picture Satoshi being dead out here. Red Panda, much love to you, man. Thank you for coming. Thirsty Aztec, can you get a woot woot? Woot 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 woot. Do tutorial. Oh, to put toilet paper on the roll properly. And if it rolls the wrong way, you're a I know people do have a way that they put their toilet paper. Like, it has to face a certain way. I've seen that before. Dad bod baboon. So I really can't hate on you for that, but I don't know. So Red Panda, you like peanut butter cookies. The peanut butter cookies from Girl Scout cookies. Let me tell you, I love Girl Scout cookies. I'm a big fan. Big fan. The War Player, nice to see you. Thumbs up to you too. Guys, please make sure you guys smash his likes and subscribe. Share the stream out with friends. NFT Nifty guy, you said I should NFT my cookie recipe. That's actually a good idea. I was talking to someone a few years ago on a podcast, and I was like, why don't people do some sort of cooking subscription? People buy cookbooks all the time, but that's so Web 1. You know what I mean? I think what people should do now, like if you guys bought, let's say, an NFT from me, right? Like if I was like, okay, I'm a chef now, what I could do, it's just an idea, and someone could steal it from me. Like, you know, someone could, okay, have a membership. You buy this one card from me, like just like a Costco membership. You know what I mean? So have this one membership, buy it as an NFT. Then every week you get an airdrop of a recipe in your wallet. So every week on, let's say, Sunday, you look on your wallet and you see like a new emoji that has like a GIF of a cookie or whatever I'm cooking on it. And under it, in like the metadata, has all of the recipe. Or, thinking farther outside the box here, right? Okay, so you get the NFT membership. You buy like the card, the membership, let's say. The membership. Then you get the airdrop every week, like of an emoji or like art representing that token or whatever, like that dish, right? So you get the airdrop of that recipe. Then what you could do is make it like unlockable content. So it's like if you're on the secondary market and just scrolling through, there has to be a way to hide the metadata. So that way you don't see all of the recipe. Right? So maybe they could have the membership connected to a website and it unlocks all of the recipes too. Can someone do this with me, or can someone create this? That would be great. Ozzy, where can you buy one of those? LOL, hook you up. I would. If I could do it, I would. And I pictured like, all right, I'm Wax right now. I know I could create my collection. I could definitely like have a way where like I could definitely airdrop every week. But the thing is, like, you could own the recipe, but I want people to be able to, like, not be able to see the recipe unless they have the membership in the NFT connected to that membership. And I want it to be where the membership itself is not transferable, but the NFTs under it are. So that way, if your friend needs a recipe and they're willing to pay for just that recipe, they should be able to buy it from you. That's my thought. I know I went extremely deep into a whole different business that I just created. But if you guys have this idea and you guys like it, then please do it, because that would be absolutely amazing. I would absolutely love to see it. Me and Chump Change and Red Panda need a cookbook. Also cookie NFTs. $1 million idea. Yeah, let's do it, man. Crypto Cats, you just jumped in. It's okay. No worries. We're just chatting out here. We're just talking about nothing. Wow, so you guys are really liking it. Hi, Chump Change, by the way. Much love to Chump Change. Crypto the Kid, Girl Scout cookies are the ultimate Ponzi. Are you serious? I mean, listen, like, a little bit, because don't they have to, like, have a certain amount of cookies to, like, go up in the ranks? I don't know. I really enjoy Girl Scout cookies. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. So you think this is a good idea? How do you guys feel about my NFT cookbook? I feel like this could be good. I feel like this could be a good idea. Feel like we could really make it with this one. But thank you guys for coming today. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in and everything like that. I hope you guys could rewind a little bit when this all finishes up, so you guys could see like all the news that we went over today, because it really was a lot. And we really did go through a lot. Rud Putz, nice to see you, man. Board Type Crow, you're saying I could use AI to create it, but I need to, like, the whole thing is like, I need the devs to make a website for me, and I need people to like help me create the collection to where like I'm able to hide the recipe under the NFT of the recipe. K9MM. Yes, I did just write a business for you guys. I did. I do this all the time, and it's like I'm very guilty of it, because I'll just like say like whatever's in my head and just rant to you guys about it, and other people will be like, why didn't you just hide this idea? Like, why didn't you just go do it yourself? Because maybe I don't have the power, or maybe the smarts or the development to do it. But if someone else wants to, then I definitely open the idea. I think there's so many things, like I said, that you could do with blockchain that no one's even thinking about. People put out, I see influencers putting out cookbooks all the time. Why don't you like monetize those cookbooks? Why don't you just like put out like, you know, recipes, and people buy the NFT for the recipe, or like have an interactive experience? I mean, that's what I'm looking for. I feel like regular cookbooks are just so like Web 1. They're so like boring. I want something that's like more engaging. Do I have any miners? Unfortunately, I don't. I gotta listen. One day, if I like get like I move to like a place where energy's cheap and stuff, I would love to mine. I'm not opposed to mining at all. I should be mining. If there's something easy to mine, I would do it. Absolutely, I would. But yeah, all right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really do have to go, but this was like a really great experience. And Jeremy, Satoshi disappeared from the internet 10 months before Steve Jobs died. I don't know if that's a coincidence, to be honest. I don't think it's related. But again, guys, there's so much going on. Please make sure you guys are watching out. I just can't believe all of the FUD that's coming out about crypto. And how could I just not believe it, right? Because of course they're going to throw in some FUD, because they want people to not buy crypto. They want to try to suppress Bitcoin and hold it back. But the problem is that you can't. Sin City, much love. The problem is that you cannot hold back Bitcoin. You cannot hold back crypto. That's it. At the end of the day, Bitcoin is just code. Bitcoin is people backed. Only 21 million Bitcoin to ever exist. You will never, ever have to worry about bank runs. You will never have to worry about your money being taken from you. And why should you have to deal with that? When even John Locke said we all are born with unalienable rights, which are life, liberty, and property. We have the right to our Bitcoin. We have the right to own our property. We have the right to transact what we want to whoever we want, wherever we are in the world. Instantly. I'm passionate. I will never not be passionate about this space, because it is the key to the future. It is the key to freedom. It is the key to actual prosperity. Period. I gotta go, guys. Have a great day. I can't. I'm getting spicy. Stay zesty. I gotta go.